All right, we just walked a mile, pretty much uphill the whole way. Not exaggerating either, it was a pretty good 5,000 foot hike. I carried in all this gear, and of course you gotta have one for the home team. And yeah, we are digging. You can see people dig all around here. I guess what you want to do is get down into the granite and then follow that granite seam till you hit a crystal. And we've got Red Dirt Nation crew and family with my boys here somewhere with me. But we are big dog.
Right there.
Oh, that is a deep hole, huh?
Yeah. So what you're looking for is the best finds, like she was talking about when she says find a hole and work it.
Yeah.
You're trying to look for these granite seams. There's one up here, the decomposing granite.
Okay, the decomposing granite.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then same here.
Ah.
Yeah, seam of decomposing granite right here.
Yeah.
And they're going to grow right off the side of the decomposing granite.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
More like they were growing inside of it and the granite decomposed and exposed them.
roger that.
Yeah.
Time to get dusty.
Time to do it. See, like, I don't mind working and I don't mind hiking, but working immediately after a mile-long uphill hike just
ideal.
isn't. No. So I'm going to video for a minute, wait for my lungs to deflate.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, I'm going to get right to it. I'm going to get right to it.
Around, dude.
I got so cool.
All right. Did you find a dino bone?
Yeah.
Arthur is hard at it.
Falling apart.
That walk hardly even phased him. But
See what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
are those, did you find crystals? What do we got over there? Or are you just looking at pretty rocks?
Pretty rocks, man.
Pretty rocks.
Pretty rocks.
It's just iron, so iron.
Yeah, it's just, oh, there's some in it.
Well, it's, iron stained quartz.
All right. Well, I'm going to go over here
You
and
know what makes amethyst purple, right?
Iron. Yeah. Come on, I'm not just a pretty face.
playing some Marco Polo, looking for the dino. Oh. How you doing there, son? Want help flipping that big rock out of there before I take off?
Yeah, you think we can elevate it right up there?
I think we can, but I'm going to go get some mittens for me quick because, yeah, got to protect the pretty calluses. Don't want them getting ruined. Yeah, I'm going to walk up, get some gloves. As you can see, this whole area has just been worked some more. And, no idea who found what, but there's appears to be 5-10 acres on this mountainside where you're able to come in and do this. So it looks a little bit like the movie Tremors. It looks like the biggest prairie dog town you've ever seen, except the humans are the prairie dogs. Looky there, those guys dug right through on that one. Goes right through to the other side, under the tree roots. Awesome. I'm going to put this phone down and get to work. I'll get back with you when we find the monster Montana Crystal Lake crystals. Maybe a nap or two also. See you in a bit. Alright, so I found this hole. Someone had started it. Pretty good size hole, right? And what I've been doing is first thing I dug the overburden out with my shovel, and all of that I shoveled right into the bucket classifier, and then I just dry sift it all out, and then I sort through my rocks as I dump it out. Kind of like when I'm gold mining, we're always looking for cool rocks, so very similar. I have got a pretty good handful of little baby crystals. I found some rocks with some crystal points on them, and I have them right up there in a gold pan with a little splash of water in it so I can kind of look at some stuff. And I don't have anything super cool in here to show you right now other than this is kind of what we're dealing with. You've got this real soft dirt that you carefully scrape away. When you find something hard, like that, and you try to undermine it. Now this did show just a little glimmer when the sun hit it. So I have been being more careful around this one. And I thought that's more of a great time to grab the camera. Oh, there it's out now. So I don't think it's anything. No, it just had a little white to it, a little white line. Could have been a quartz or something. But you see it's got the point. So, you know, it was kind of giving me feelings like it might be something. But that's just pretty much what it is you real carefully dig out these hard ones. And when you kind of can see them wiggling a little bit. Yeah, well, not quite on that one. When you get them wiggling a little bit, you try to grab them and get them out. And a lot of this is just decomposing bedrock. But then every once in a while, you'll find some of these with points sticking out. And I do have some smaller examples. I will pop right up. The other thing I'm doing is I'm leaving a pile of these. In a little bit here, I'm going to get sick of digging. And I'm going to sit down by that pile with a hammer and just start breaking them. See what's inside. But this is my goods. And you can see, like this rock here, got just a little bit of quartz crystal coming out of the top. You can see it's kind of in there. I have one that's got more. Well, here's what we're after. Here's the real crystal. And then here is a real nice little chip. You can see how it's terminated nice. A little bit of amber to it, but the iron out soak should take care of that. You know, this rock has just a little bit in it. I have another one here. Oh, this guy. Maybe I showed you this, but just didn't look close. But you can see there's a crystal sticking out there. And then over on the other side, you can kind of see a little chip going on here. This one. And maybe, oh, this guy. This is a good one. So, look, pretty good size crystal in that. And then if you look, there's another point right there under my fingertip. So I'm on the right track. All of these came directly out of this area right here. It's not like I'm working a football field to find those. I started right here, just trying to work this face. And every once in a while, I'll poke at these ones up top here, just to see, you know, what they may be. And I mean, you can get kind of aggressive, but had that been a really nice crystal and I just broke it in half, I'd never forgive myself, you know. You know, and again, I'm just throwing these rocks up there, and I'll be smashing them in a little while here. I'll sit down, take a break, just smash rocks. But what I've been doing here now is digging till my overburden pile gets pretty big. And then I usually run it through the classifier a couple times and get this all gone, look for any little chips. And then after I have found the chips and whatnot, thrown them in my gold pan. This is another thing too, even way down this deep, we're finding charcoal from an ancient fire. So, kind of interesting. But yeah, as I go through it, when I get a pile of loose stuff here, then I'll dig that out, and I might even, you know, gouge up the face a little bit, knock some of the loose stuff off. There's some of that charcoal right in. You know, that's not very deep below, but it is. It's in there. Boy. So, I'm going to get back to it. Poking and digging and scratching, and if I find anything really cool, I will bring you guys right on back. Have you ever dug a hole with a screwdriver before? It takes a little while. I've been doing pretty good, honestly. Nothing big, right? Everybody wants the big crystals. I just kind of want to figure out how it all works. So here's my gold classifier. And what I do is just sift all the dirt out. So I'm in there and I'm digging and I'm looking for crystals, and if I find one, I carefully dig around it and pull it out. But you also have a lot of crystals that get caught up in your diggings. So I scoop them all into here. And then what I did was I went down at lunchtime and I brought myself up a bucket of water. Right there. You guys know how this works. Put it in the bucket. You end up with clean rocks. Clean makes it a lot easier for this next step, where I, what do you see? Yep, that's close enough. Oh, I get as comfortable as I can here. And then I take these and some of these, like this one, I didn't expect much. I really didn't. But it felt weird, so I thought I better grab it just in case. But I dump a little bit out at a time so as to not overwhelm myself. And then I look for anything like this one. There's a crystal on it. There's a little crystal right there. That's worth dragging home for the wife, right? This one, clay. Really sticky, icky clay. Oh, I should probably drink some water. I think I'm a little dry. But, nah, just a rock. And so I do this. I go through. Sometimes I'm picky. This one has a little speck of pyrite on it. Every once in a while you think you see some gold. I don't know. I am going to pan what's in the bottom of that bucket, just to say I did. But you get these big ones out of here. No, I've been hanging on to these. These are purple, and they have a little bit of quartz in them, and it really looks like it could be amethyst. So even the littlest chunk of that I'm saving. Now here is a crystal that you can see it got kind of some points and some stuff going on. Lots of different colors. It's going in the bucket. And here's a piece of that amethyst looking stuff. Yeah, it's going in the bucket. So this is kind of what I've been doing. When I do happen to see a decent crystal, like here's a quartz crystal, and then I just look through. I look through and see anything worth grabbing. At this point, I know I'm going to be heavy going home. Sometimes it's just a piece of quartz. I get a better look at it. I'll get these cleaned up. We'll soak them in a little bit of iron out. That'll get the red off from them. Oh, like this guy here. That's a crystal. It's covered in mud and dirt. And it's got rocks stuck to it. But if you look at the tip, there's crystal in there. Maybe it's not fully developed yet. And here's a little amber chunk. Here's a quartz chunk. And then here is a piece of almost straight glass. Clear crystal. No, I was really hoping in that batch I would have found a bigger one. Now, I've been kind of moving around in that hole and testing these tailings each time. And when it was, before I went and got the water, every once in a while, man, I'd have a good run. I'd find lots of little crystals and good chunks. And what I found out, it was when I was widening the hole. I keep targeting the back corner and working that kind of wall that's under there. And I haven't had much luck. I mean, I'm finding stuff, but not like I was for a little while there. Well, I just went over to the other side, and sure enough, I'm pulling formations out, full crystals, nothing huge, but a little better. And it's a redder rock over there. It's got more more of that redness going on. So it kind of looks more like you would find some stuff. But once I've gone through it, and there's a few points in there that, all right, I'm lowered the threshold a little bit the further the day goes on. Okay, get that ready for the next run. This particular rock I threw in there because this is like the host rock where we're finding the crystals, and this one actually, there's a crystal right there. I bet if I get more of this clay off, I'll find another one. There's part of a crystal. So, you know, if the wife wants to try to mess with that, she can. So I'll bring it home to her. This one here, same thing. Right in the rock, there is some amber crystal going on. So this one here's got the white. There's some crystals going there. And it looks like they might have been forming within the rock or as the rock. And maybe I broke it getting it out. Or maybe it was already fractured and no matter what, it was going to break on the way out. But here's another one of them. Seems like I find better stuff when I get closer to these purple rocks. That'd be nice if that would polish, but it doesn't feel like a polishable rock. Okay, so back to not being as picky. This one's definitely got some cool stuff going on in it. Yeah, there's little crystal points sticking up all over. There's one, there's one. So I hope I'm getting all this in frame. I know I could see the black pad and I didn't move it, so that, leave her right. This one's just like broke off, but there is some crystal-y type material. There's an actual clear piece of crystal, the amber. So, and then there's a point. It's a quartzy point, but it's a point. Here is almost a full crystal, but it's a quartz crystal, not clear. Nothing. Every once in a while I'll be flipping through here and there's a little inch and a half perfect crystal. And I'm hoping to find one of them right now. A lot of times I just get down here, kind of clean up the edge. Oh, so there's a little bump of a crystal there. This one though, this one looks clear. Half clear, smoky. And again, there are a few, like that guy, that are probably worth snagging up. Here's a nice amber with a point. That's not the one I tried to pick up. Where'd it go? Right there. Another little amber chip. So, it's been okay. Now this one's real crystal-y. Looky there, nice and shiny. Almost a fully developed point there and broke off there. Did I break that as I was harvesting it, or was it already fractured? Here's the other half of it. No, I'm kidding, but that one's got a line on it, so I would guess that one's been fractured for a while. There's another one. Like I said, nothing outstanding, but finding crystals, I'm on the right track. I am planning on digging with a shovel to knock, because that's how I was finding it before. It was when I was making my hole bigger. So I'm going to try changing directions for a little while. And then I'll get in there and hand dig. Some purple ones I'll throw in there. Doesn't look like too much more. Ooh, there's a nice, oh, that didn't go, but, well, amber with the crystal. Real clear chip. little point there. Otherwise, a couple little chips. Probably good enough. There's a few more in there my wife would have probably picked out, but also, guys, I've been doing it. This thing is full of that little stuff in the bottom. So, and then I've got some bigger rocks, and I got some over here that in a minute I think I'm gonna sit in my little stool and smash them. But to show you the difference between how it was and how it is, like I said, most of the day I had been concentrating on going that way. And it was when I was widening this entrance, I was shaving in this area, and that's when I kept finding the gooder stuff. So even like right under my hand here, could be some of that better stuff. So I am going to just kind of quickly work this area. I'm going to smash up some rocks I've been saving just to see what's in them. And basically start packing up and working my way back down towards the truck. We're doing them hot springs after this, and that sounds amazing right now. Throwing around in the dirt all day makes you want to get in the hot springs. So, I got a little long-winded on this segment, but there was a lot to cover, and I haven't said much during the rest of this. So, I have not found the big monster thumb-sized crystals or bigger. I haven't found any decent clusters. But if you get in the bottom of this pan, which is starting to get a little sticky, I do have a ton of littles. I'm going to dump those over there and do another scoop out. Oh boy, that's really stuck in that clay. Look, there's a bunch more littles. So, do it again. And then of course under that rock pile, same. Looky there. So, I mean, we were told there's a spot here with virgin ground, and the rest of the crew took off. I still see Dean's backpack, so he's over working a couple different holes over there. I should probably check on him again soon here, but yeah, hopefully right underneath of here I'll make that big monster discovery, and I do great. But if not, I'm very happy with what I found. Great learning experience. Definitely got a feel for it. And I can't wait to come again and do this some more sometime. So I'm heading back down. All of my crystals and my little points and everything that ended up going through the classifiers. The 1/4 inch minus is in here as well, because there's a lot of itty bitty little points. I'll let the wife decide if she wants to throw them away or not. And then in here are all the cool rocks like this one. Get it in the sun. That are full of crystals all the way around. So I'm gonna hike them down. Most of my stuff's gonna pack up. Dean found a lot of nice stuff. He was showing off his crystals. Well, he's got some really cool rocks. He was smashing rocks. And the crystals that are formed within the rocks, he's got just so many cool ones. But we'll get these down to camp. Maybe we'll get a chance to get them laid out, get them in the video right away. Otherwise, we'll have to check this out when we get home. Well, there'll definitely be a when I get home, when Donna's going through all of her stuff. But that might be its own video. So, all right, goodbye. I'll tell you what, guys. Between Crystal Park and our campground is this hot springs. And the water feels to be in that 103 range. I don't see any thermometers. And then there's a smaller pool right over there that definitely a few degrees warmer. And Dean says there's a hot tub inside that's like the full 115. You feel that water coming in by that ball. It is scalding hot almost. I don't see any other fresh water, so I'm assuming that the the amount of water in the pool is what keeps it at a lower temperature, plus the outside, the fact that it was 30 degrees here last night or whatever. But what a wonderful place. Now, I know if you're looking at that bottom, it looks a little funky. And the water kind of has the viscosity of like vegetable oil, but it is highly mineralized and it's crystal clear. I got a little in my mouth. It tastes good. There's no chlorine, no nothing. And that is just what concrete looks like after, you know, being mineralized. It's a little bit slimy on the bottom, I won't lie. It's about like walking down a boat launch. But it's absolutely fine. I'm sure every so many years they drain this and repaint it, but I can't imagine it lasts very long because there isn't very many products that are made to handle those kind of temperatures and that amount of mineralization. So if you've never had a chance to check out a hot spring, I think this one's called Elkhorn. And oh my God, it is definitely worth the price of admission. I just got out to sit here in the cool breeze, let my joints tighten up a little bit again, and I absolutely intend on getting right back in just a few minutes. So, all right. Those little kids were just in here, joined the place. We'll probably get this spliced into the video. I don't know. Maybe it'll just be its own. Well, it is the next morning. We are packing all this stuff up. I had to unpack my gold bag to get it back into gold mining mode. We're breaking down camp. Just had some breakfast. I got my rocks here. There is many cool big ones. This coffee can here is, as it was before, full of all my crystals and some smaller ones. And like I said, we had a great time. The hot springs were great. There was a little restaurant by the hot springs, so we skipped cooking dinner and went and got a burger and fries, which was amazing. And hung out over with the Red Dirt Nation crew at their camp for a while last night, making our plan for today. And we decided that we're going to go to Lincoln to the club gold mine claim, and we will be gold mining today. So super excited for that. Super excited to get into a creek and run some dirt. Well, anyhow, this is going to sum it up for this video. Thank you guys so much for following along to the end. And as always, please click the like button. Maybe be a subscriber for more content like this. Share it with a friend. If you're planning a trip to Montana, Crystal Park's pretty popular. This will give you somewhat of an idea. I saw a lot of first-timers there yesterday that really had no clue what they were doing, myself included. So, by all means, check it out. Oh, looky here. It looks like I got donated some cool money. Where's this from, Dean? No clue?
They're Buffalo nickels. They're U.S. nickels.
Yeah, but
why are they here?
I don't know.
They're really cool.
They are. Someone dropped off a pile of buffalo nickels. Oh, those might be one of the kids over there. We'll have to make sure. Make sure. But awesome. Either way, it's a cool find.
Those are
So,
super cool.
alright guys, this is going to wrap it up for this video. We will be making some fresh content this afternoon, and I'll get that out as soon as possible. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.
Hi.
What else do you...
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe. That's right, buddy.